Welcome to our third tutorial for Requirement Yogi Cloud. The feature we'll talk about is the requirement search and the search syntax. How do you find requirements within a specific property? How can you check if all requirements are linked to a Jira issue? We'll explain all those use cases in this video. The basic structure of a criteria is the name of the attribute, the sign equals, and the value between single quotes. You can also use the tilde instead of equal for the soft equality and the percentage sign in the value to match any expression. You can also use is null or is not null, and you can coordinate criteria using and, or, not, and parentheses. Let's get into it. The search box always has a selector for the mode. The easiest is the search by key. It will return all requirements that include this key. Search by text. It will return all requirements with this text in the key or in the description. And advanced will allow you to use the search syntax to apply very specific criteria. You'll notice that going from the key mode to the advanced will transform your syntax automatically. Also note the variant selector on the right of the search box. Although only requirements from the current variant will be shown by default, you can use this selector to search in several variants at the same time. Let's see some examples. If you're looking for requirements with an exact key, search for key equals your key between quotation marks. If you want to look for all the keys with the same prefix, you will search for key, tilde, the requirement prefix, and the percent symbol as a wildcard in your value between single quotation marks. This one is case sensitive. If you want to search for all requirements with an attribute, you'll need to use the @ symbol before its name. For example, @component equals core searches for all requirements whose property component is equal to core. If your property has a space or special character, you can escape it with the /. If your property names are too complicated or you just don't know the syntax, click on your requirement key and on the property link. Now, would you be able to look for dependencies or requirements? If you want to look for child or parent dependencies, and for example, requirements whose parents is FN1, type parent equals your key. It is also possible to use to and from. Now, what would you add to narrow your results to specific relationship names? Well, similar to properties, use parent @relates. In Requirement Yogi, every link has a name, and we will always use the @ symbol to filter by this relationship. If you want to have even more precision, you can also use arrows. For example, you can look for requirements whose children have an external property with a cost greater than 1,000. If you want to check out the coverage of your requirements with Jira links, you can simply type Jira is null or the opposite with not null. Would you guess how to specify the relationship of the Jira issue? Same as for properties and dependencies, use the @ symbol. And finally, to display all requirements from a page, use page equals page number, or more simply, page equals title. If this seems too complicated, you can always click into the small byline on top of a page and click on See Document in the search. There are more built-in fields, and they are all listed on the page named Search Syntax. Calculations are also available, and we'll dedicate a full video for them. For the moment, let's focus on the next step. Watch the video on how to build a traceability matrix.